We're looking at how units interact with calculations. So units basically, you always want to think of the unit as part of the number. And if you're going to add or subtract, the units have to match. If you're going to multiply or divide, if you divide matching units, the units cancel out. If you multiply matching units, those units get squared. So if you want units to cancel out, most likely when you have two numbers of the same units, those need to be divided, not multiplied, unless you are doing like an area or volume calculation. So generally divide number with matching units with each other. And then if you have a per unit, if you divide, it's going to flip to be the main unit. If you divide by a per unit, if you divide two units that don't match, then they're going to both stay and it'll be top unit or first unit per second unit. So you can use that to help figure out the correct calculation if you have numbers with units that you need to combine in some way. So if we have 80 devices per day and 400 devices, and we want to look at how we might combine those, if you took the 80 times 400, that would be 80 devices per day would be written as divided by day. So that'd be the 80 devices per day. And if we multiply that by 400 devices, we would get 32,000 square devices per day. The unit is nonsense, so the number is not useful. If I took 80 devices per day divided by 400 devices, when I take devices divided by devices, that cancels out. I would have 1/5, but my day unit is on the bottom. So this is per day. And you should never have per something without another unit. So if there's a unit left on the bottom, there needs to also be a unit on the top or something is wrong. Per day on its own is nonsense. So 1/5 is not a useful number either. If I do 400 devices divided by 80 devices per day, when I combine the dividing with the per, then it flips. So the devices cancel. 400 divided by 80 is 5. And my day flips up to not be a per anymore, and I get 5 days. I can also look at this as 400 devices and rewrite the division as multiplying by the reciprocal, the flip. So times, and put my 80 devices on the bottom and my day on the top. The devices on the top and bottom cancel, and the remaining unit is the day. So this would be the one to use. Similarly, in number 2 here, 55 miles per hour, 3 hours. The 55 miles per hour times 3 hours. We have hours on the bottom, hours on the top that cancel out. 55 times 3 is 165 miles. That works. If I tried to do 55 miles per hour divided by 3 hours, and I would have 55 divided by 3, whatever that is, but my unit would be miles per square hour, which is nonsense. So if the unit doesn't work, the number doesn't work. And 3 hours divided by 55 miles per hour, again, the divided and the per flip. So this would be also 3 hours times 55 miles on the bottom of the hour. So this would be 3 over 55. Again, whatever that comes out to, the unit would be square hours per mile, which is also nonsense. So keep the units with the numbers, pay attention to what the units are doing, and if the units aren't doing what they should do, then the calculation is incorrect.